Howdy everyone, welcome back to Wobble Enjoy Sports. If you're new around here, hope I can get you to consider to like the content and subscribe to the channel. But if you are a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continued support. Terry from Rugby League Outlaws is with me tonight for the last Thursday night football game of 2025 between Brisbane and Melbourne. Terry, how you doing? Are you as excited as I am for this one, mate?
Mate, I am excited for this game. Like this game has ramifications all over the weekend for teams. But I'm not excited it's the last Thursday night, Sam. I'm not excited at all.
Perfectly said, perfectly said. Just want to say hello to Terry, William, who's just come into the chat. Howdy, Terry, he says. And Mum's in the chat. Thank you very much. And thank you to everybody that's starting to dribble on into the live chat. Yes, it is a game that pits fourth, or hopefully fourth at the end of the night as well. Fourth up against second spot tonight. So this is a
Brisbane fourth at the end of the night. Why do you want Brisbane fourth at the end of the night, Sam?
Because
my team can get fourth.
Because I reckon Canberra versus Brisbane next week would be an incredible contest, bro. I'm hoping to see Canberra versus Brisbane next week.
Do you remember you and me calling Canberra versus the Sharks, and Canberra won it with 20 seconds to go, and you don't want that next weekend?
I will gladly take that next weekend. I'll gladly take that next weekend, but I'll tell you what, it'd be a Bradbury moment if freaking Cronulla take fourth spot this weekend, won't it? Hey, be one of the most unlikeliest top four berths in recent memory, just quietly. But we'll get into that in a little bit later because there's a whole lot of amalgamations and calculations to go over for sure. So we'll go through the team list here tonight. And so for me, I'm going to be commentating on the Brisbane Broncos tonight. Terry is going to be commentating on the Melbourne Storm. So for the team list for the Brisbane Broncos, Reece Walsh, Karapani, and Jesse Arthurs are the back three. Staggs and Mariner at the centres. Shibasaki is still at home putting an ice pack on his forehead. Billy Walters and Ben Hunt are in the halves. Jensen, Pakes, and Haas start. Piakura, Ricky, and Carrigan in the back row. Smoothie, Hetherington, Tolte, and Hunt. That is the interchange with Deloise Hoyter in at 18th. Player, and obviously Maguire is the coach. Terry, can you please take us through the Melbourne Storm lineup?
I can. For the last Thursday night, Sam, Ryan Pappenhausen is the fullback, Will Warbrick and Xavier Coates on the wing, Green Anderson and Nick Meaney in the centres. The 5'8" is Cameron Munster, and Jerome Hughes makes his return at halfback. In the front row, we've got Josh King, Tui Kamakamika comes in from the interchange bench to start. Bronson Garlick is the number 9. Atavalu, Lasardi, Elisa Katoa, Trent Liero is the back row, and the Nelson, Asafa Solomona, Tyron Wishart, Alec McDonald, and Joe Chan on the interchange bench. Marion Seve in his goggles will see themselves in as 18th player, and Craig Bellamy is the coach, Sam.
So last weekend, the Brisbane Broncos travelled up to Townsville, won 38 points to 30. Obviously, defense is going to be, or the defense is going to be the call of the day for the Brisbane Broncos and for the Melbourne Storm, who leaked 40 points in the second half last weekend. We can see the Melbourne Storm hitting the paddock now, Terry. Man, what do you think is going to happen in this all-important top four clash, mate?
The Melbourne Storm hosted the Sydney Roosters in Craig Bellamy's 600th game. Now, he has won his 100th, 200th, 300th, 400th, and 500th game, but the 600th game is the one that he lost. So I think he's turned around and said, boys, let's reset. Game 601 is the one that counts. The Melbourne Storm to do the Broncos by at least 10 points.
At least, so you're still keeping it as a thriller in that 1 to 12 bracket. I thought you were about to say, because I lost last weekend, we got to win by 60 points tonight. That's what I thought you were about to say.
I think Craig Bellamy has said the way that you boys can repay me for that inept performance is to guarantee that we will be in Melbourne round 1, Sam. And a win tonight guarantees them a game in Melbourne again for like the 15th year in a row in the finals or something like that. Some crazy ass stuff. No, sorry, 15th season in a row. They get a game in Melbourne in the finals. It's ridiculous how good this team is.
Ridiculous. They can start well, they can finish well. For me, I am tipping Melbourne as well. They've got that Suncorp hoodoo over the Brisbane Broncos. But last time these two sides met, it was a nightmare for them. And it's where the Broncos season went from hard to nightmare, where Adam Reynolds and Ezra Mamsell and Cobbo, they all got injured. But I thought Broncos played in patches for a majority of it, the better team in that game about 6 or so weeks ago. But I'm tipping Melbourne. It looks like that the Brisbane Broncos are going to kick off. So I'll leave it over to you, bro.
Mate, I am really excited for this game as a fan of a team whose finals spot has a ramification in any game this weekend. This is exciting as the Broncos kick off. And it comes down, and Kamikamica will take the first hit up of the game, and it's good contact from him as he's up near the 20. Cam Munster's in at dummy half now. And that's the not the debutant, but the I've got to learn his name because I haven't seen him play too much. That was Lasardi who took that run. And in comes Trent Liero now. He's my smoky for Lock of the Year in the Dally M Award, just quietly Sam. I think he's gone about having a good season in the back row for the Melbourne Storm as now Big Eli Katoa, who will definitely be in the Dally M Team of the Year. Takes a nice hit up there and fights for every metre that he can. And Ryan Pappenhausen will take the 5th hit up. And a good opening set for the Melbourne Storm. And here comes the kick down from Jerome Hughes down to the Broncos team.
And take it on the full inside his own 10 by Reece Walsh, and he's bent backwards there by that smoky for the Dally M Lock of the Year, Trent Liero. Walsh gets up and complains about something, but it's play on here, and this is Mariner, who is contained inside the Broncos 20. You've got to say that there is no rain out there. It has been dry up here in Brisbane for the better part of a week, and the pitch at Suncorp tonight looks like a carpet. It looks really, really nice. So the Broncos have now gotten over the 30-metre line here, and they'll play the ball 15 short of halfway, and this is Payne Haas over the 40-metre line and backs his way to halfway and is stopped just a few metres short of that line. Last tackle, they go to the right for Ben Hunt, and he puts the ball sky high.
Yes, it should be taken comfortably here by Xavier Coates, and it is, and he gets them long legs running up. And he's another one who could find himself in the Dally M Team of the Year just quietly, Sam, on the sting there. And in comes Green Anderson, who will find himself at the Brisbane Broncos next year, getting a taste of Suncorp Stadium on a Thursday night. The pitch is outstanding. You are correct, Paul, as now the ball comes inside here. And that's Will Warbrick. Good to see Warbrick back. After I think it was his first game last week since April in the NRL. Josh King now takes the hit up, but he did make his comeback via New South Wales Cup and scored a hat-trick with his first 3 touches of the game. There's a penalty here for the Melbourne Storm. Too slow. Grant Atkins not having any of that from Brisbane, not letting the crowd get involved in this game. He's taking them out early, stamping his authority, Mr. Atkins.
I really just go back to your Lock of the Year suggestion, man. I really do like it, man. Because I think maybe Aaron Clark would be maybe the other one that sticks out.
He's the other one, yeah. So the lock forward has the last few years been dominated by Isaiah and the best lock in the game. And then you were probably thinking like someone like Paddy Carrigan was going to come along. But yeah, look, I think Trent Liero's had an outstanding year. He got himself in the Origin team as Melbourne are on the attack now. And Hughes comes across field to Kamikamica, and he's just going to take it up. And they're inside the 20, inside the Westpac 20-metre zone, Sam, as it goes across to Pappenhausen now. And he dummies and goes and finds himself about 6 metres out from the line. Lasita wanted the ball in, and the Bronson Garlick goes short side to Grant Anderson, who's not letting the ball go there. He's swamped by Brisbane defenders. So this is a decent set here from Melbourne and a good defensive set here from the Broncos. As now it's fired open side here. And Trent Liero puts the ball down, and we may have just put the mocker on him and cost him his spot.
That's a yellow card, Terry. That's a yellow card from you and I for giving him a rap.
Yeah, that's it. He's absolutely shocking, and let's go Aaron Clark.
Yeah, go Aaron Clark. Aaron Clark's just become a $1.15 favourite now to get that Lock of the Year award.
Definitely the underrated and undervalued signing of the year, Aaron Clark. I remember when it was announced that they were taking him, the Warriors were taking him. I saw a lot of people turn around and say, "Why would you want Aaron Clark?" He's been outstanding this year for the Warriors.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been good throughout his career, but he's gone to something else, to a different stratosphere this season. So, Brisbane Broncos now they got the pill back there inside their own 20, and this is Arthurs who gets them did get them over the red line, and he's been pushed back there by 3 purple defenders there. This is Pakes at dummy half, and he passes left in field for Jordan Ricky, who was set upon extremely quickly, too quickly, in fact, by Josh King, and now they get out of jail penalty to the Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah, it's 1-1 on the penalty count now. Put your whistle away, Mr. Atkins. We don't need to see you anymore for the first half.
Yep.
Sam and I are at the Raiders and Dolphins game on Sunday. Go the Raiders, Kate. It's going to be a New South Wales Cup game for you. I think the Dolphins are probably going to beat you by about 400.
Oh dear! So Jordan Ricky has the head up, and the Broncos, they have what's the call here? We've just had no. Okay, play on. Ricky was a bit confused there.
He was crawling forward.
All right, so Payne Haas gets over the 40, and it's the Broncos who are running left to right of screen. Oh, man, this is slow territory here. Melbourne Storm all over them, and they concede a 6 again here. Walsh cut out left to Mariner, who's putting on some nice stepping, and he gets to the 20-metre line. That's a great 15-plus metre play. They are all over them in the ruck. It's 6 again. And this is Corey Jensen, gets to the 10-metre line. They're left of the sticks. Brisbane, again, left to right. They go right. Carrigan, Hunt, dummies. Pass is cut out to Jesse Arthurs, puts the foot down, but Coates and his big frame and his teammates are there as well. So they stop him. And this is second tackle. Stags the dummy half, passes way left in field for Pakes, then left for Walsh. Walsh just sort of slowed down there, a bit clunky for Walsh and Haas. And Haas threatened to offload, but was brought down eventually. And they're right in the centre. They go left to Carrigan, who does pass to Walters, cut out left to Piakura, and he's brought down about 5 metres short of the try line. And now it's Pakes who dummies and goes back to the left, and Jerome Hughes was there to stop his dart out of dummy half. And now this is Walsh on last tackle. Left-footed kick, finds the grass. Munster inside his own in-goal, dancing, and he succumbs to the Brisbane defence.
Yeah, a bit of a nothing kick there from Reece Walsh. There was no one chasing there from the Broncos, but look, found the grass, found the territory. You have a look at that kick there. Like, no Broncos players are coming through, but the fact that Ryan Pappenhausen wasn't there made it a half decent kick in the end, and the chase ended up being quite good from the Broncos. They trapped Cam Munster in the in-goal area. Nice start from both teams in terms of attack and defence. I think Melbourne need to sort their stuff out though, because that ruck speed from them is just awful.
Well, it is absolutely. And we've gone international, Terry. We've got Ames from Thailand. Thank you very much for tuning in.
This is another 6 again.
Well, they're verging on, if they give 2 more away here, Storm, they'll sit someone in the bin here. I'll update that time in just a moment as well. Pakes, the dummy half, goes left to Hunt and then back under for Piakura, and he's met on the 10-metre line, and he's asking for a high shot. And there is. So Melbourne Storm, 4-6 agains, a long-range penalty, and now a high shot inside the first 8 minutes. And yeah, absolutely. Atkins is asking for the Storm captain to say, change it.
He's had enough of this. This is terrible for Melbourne inside the opening 8 minutes here. They got the first penalty of the game. Since then, it's been penalty, 4-6 agains, and another penalty. This is shocking discipline, and this was their downfall from the Roosters as well. Their discipline sucked.
Well, they're going to take the 2 here.
Bit of a soft penalty. And while they're taking the 2, Sam, I'm just going to go and flick the switch so I can put the fan on in the room, because it's getting a bit hot into the collar in this game, Sam.
Of course. An all top 4 clash, of course. Turn the fan on. Yes, sir. And I've just taken my glasses off and I can't see where the high shot was just then, just for a hot second there. So we've got Reece Walsh, who...
Yeah, it's a bit of a nothing
Very
penalty,
nothing.
that one.
Yes.
I think that had there not been 4-6 agains, I don't think Grant Atkins calls that, but I think that was just a chance to call Cam Munster out and tell him to pull his head in.
Absolutely. Look, I'm going to trust Reece Walsh. I'm going to give it to him here. Let's see what happens. It's 2-0. I'm going to say that it's 2-0.
Commentator's curse. We've called Trent Liara the best lock in the game, and he got absolutely smoked and dropped the ball. You're calling it 2-0. He's probably going to fall over.
Yeah, but it gives us brownie points back, Terry, though. Then we can say whatever the hell we want. We're back to 0. All right, so Reece Walsh just showing us his golf swing a little bit.
I'm glad he's cut that shocking mullet that he had. I'm glad that's gone. But Reece, stay out of the toilet, mate.
I will leave it at that. Hey, look, I don't disagree with you, bro. I don't disagree with you, but he does look cleaner, doesn't he? And the Broncos, because of poor discipline by Melbourne, are up 2-0 after 9 minutes. And right now with that, if that stays the same, if Broncos do go on to win this game, there is no chance for Warriors or Sharks to enter the top 4 conversation. Brisbane win, it is theirs, and it will be Canberra versus Brisbane next weekend in week 1 of the finals. So, Terry, he is telling Melbourne Storm to clean their act up immediately.
Yeah, and I think like if this game stays close as well, and the Bulldogs are no chance of getting into second and the Sharks are no chance of getting into fourth, I think you'll see heavily rotated teams. Both these teams don't need to update their squads until this time tomorrow night, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But back to you for the call, Sam.
I feel like that the Bulldogs will rest at least Matt Burton. I don't think Burton will play because Toby Sexton's been named in the reserves. But yes, we'll stick with the play here as Payne Haas gets to the 30-metre line on third tackle, takes the dummy half passes left in field for Reece Walsh, who makes a nice 10-metre carry there. That's a good carry from the fullback. Plays the ball, Pakes, goes right, Carrigan passes right to Hunt. Cut out to Staggs, and he is crunched there by Xavier Coates. Pakes the dummy half. Last tackle goes right, finds Ben Hunt. Hunt puts it up from 45 metres out, and it's taken well by Pappy.
What a shot that was from Xavier Coates. He's nearly pushed into the in-goal area. We've got a penalty here for a high contact on the kick chase. Grant Atkins is really, really stamping this. But have a look at this ball. Xavier Coates said, "You're not my teammate anymore, brother." And Jesse, that's more of a high shot than the other one that we saw. Absolutely.
But again, to your point that you said a few minutes ago, Atkins, can you please put it in the back pocket?
Yeah, put the whistle away, mate. We're not here. We don't pay our money to. We don't pay our money in our subscription money to watch you. As the hit up here is taken by Adavalu Lasardi. I'm not familiar with this guy, so forgive me if I stutter on his name.
Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Josh King takes the hit up here, and we go open side here, and Munster steps back infield and doesn't want to get caught for a shepherd, so takes the tackle. Third tackle, they're up near the halfway line now as Munster's fighting for every metre here. And Hughes, open side, Pappenhausen, cut out ball, Warbrick. They're inside over the floor. Warbrick! Jesus, good to see him back playing footy. Hughes goes open to Kamika, and it's a nice charge towards the line. They're 20 metres out, and you can guarantee what's coming here, mate. A bomb to Xavier Coates. Munster puts it up. Coates. Oh, he's taken out. He's absolutely taken out here. That was stupid. I mean, I get it. You've got to give the penalty away, but that was blatant. Tony Staggs did not like the shot that he copped, and he just said, no way. Look at this. Look at this. That you couldn't get any more blatant than that.
Staggs, man.
Well, I tell you what. I'll give you this. You could probably say that he's just saved a try because you give Xavier Coates a clear one-on-one with Jesse Arthurs, and he's going to out-jump him every single time. That's almost a professional foul. As Paul said, that was obvious. That's almost a professional foul. As now, inside here, Josh King will take it up. I'm not happy with that. I don't like that ruling there as well. That was so blatant that you've got to turn around and say, when's that a professional foul? Hughes takes the line on here. Bronson Garlick is marshalling the troops here. That was a very slow play of the ball. No 6 again there from Atkins. So he's put the 6 agains away as we go open side here. Pappenhausen. We've got Eli Katoa gets it open to Warbrick. And Warbrick's taken into touch. He looked like he had the arms done, but he has been pushed into touch here. I don't know. Yeah, they're going out to the 20. Great defense there from the Brisbane Broncos. Young Karapani gets Warbrick into touch, and the Broncos get it back, Sam.
Yeah, Warbrick might have the height on Karapani, but possibly Karapani's got the strength in him. He's as strong as an ox, and I think that was a forward flick pass just quietly to Will Warbrick. All right, so this is Mariner, who is able to get over the 40-metre line. They're still inside their own territory here, Brisbane. 13 minutes gone, 2-0 to the Broncos. And this is Karapani, who is met by the defence. This is third tackle, just a few short of halfway. This is Pat Carrigan. Nice, strong carry from him to enter Storm territory. And Carrigan plays the ball now. And Payne Haas
Oof.
fighting, flicking out to Pakes, to Hunt. Fourth tackle kick. Finds the grass, but Pappy was great defensively there.
Yeah, a bit of a nothing. Oh, he's lost the ball.
Jordan Ricky picks it up. Oh, okay. 6 again. 10 meters out. Hunt goes right. He's dummying, and he's brought down there by Hughes, who was at marker. 6 again here.
Someone's going to get binned here from the Storm.
This is crap from Storm.
Yeah,
do this next week.
Someone's going to get absolutely binned here from Melbourne.
Corey Jensen re-enters the 10-meter zone here for Brisbane, right in front of the posts, and Pakes goes way left, flat, very flat for Haas, who flicks it back to Reece Walsh, and it could be a knock-on. It may have come off of his stomach. It's not going to be awarded a try. We're going to the bunker.
We're going up no try here. What the dog doing?
Or something.
Now, this pass here from Haas, the pass from Haas, Sam, this is going to be... No, comes off the knee. Oh, did it graze the hand? Oh, it's inconclusive.
I reckon so.
And then he pushes.
So it's
they must say they're all right with the. He's shoved him off there. Everything was all right. If they're going shoulder to shoulder, but that arm extension, are they giving it? They've given the try. Reece Walsh is loving it. First try of the game goes to Reece Walsh and the Brisbane Broncos.
Extremely lucky. The flick back to Reece Walsh bounced off of his knee, propelled forward, nearly grazed his fingertips. That's been given a try. And then I'm actually happy with the jostle between Pappenhausen and Walsh. I'm happy with that.
It's normally that arm extended that gets him into a bit of trouble, but seeing that front-on shot, I didn't like the side-on view, but seeing the front-on shot, they were shoulder to shoulder. So Pappenhausen made the mistake and then gets wrestled off the ball here. I'm okay if they keep that consistent throughout the remainder of the season.
Yep. Yeah. No, but I can see what you're saying as well, man, because, yes, there was an extension of the arm. So, look, this game, struggling to get into any sort of groove, isn't it, Terry, because of poor discipline, particularly by the Melbourne Storm.
Well, it's only the Melbourne Storm's discipline that's letting them down in this game. I get it. They had to give a 6 again away there. Otherwise, the Broncos were just going to score underneath the post. But this is atrocious from Melbourne. They need to look at this now at 8-0 and just reset. Because Grant Atkins is, we're 15 minutes into the game and Grant Atkins has got to have enough of Melbourne. Someone's going to the bin.
Yeah, if the game plan was to come up and, fall asleep on top of them as Reece Walsh misses his kick, misses that one. Okay, glad I didn't give him the extra 2 points there. So 6 points to 0 after 15 minutes. A very stop-start game. Discipline, particularly from the Melbourne Storm, affecting the flow of this contest. So Brisbane, they do deserve this lead. I've got to say, going back to the point where Katoni Staggs gave away that penalty on Xavier Coates, man, I agree with you, man. That was so blatantly obvious that it should have probably, man, if that was maybe 10 minutes to go in the first half where there's a bit more fatigue and a little bit more on the line, I probably wouldn't have had a problem with that being a sin bin.
Yeah, I don't like that now because anytime, if that's the precedent that's being set, anytime a bomb goes up for Daniel Tupou, just go and push him over.
Yep. And just test the referee as well. So hopefully, speaking of the referee, we don't see him for the rest of this freaking first half. And Eli Katoa fell asleep on him again. If the game plan was for Storm to come up and fall asleep on them, they have overproduced and they are failing that game plan at the moment. This is rubbish from the Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, this is like this game is just not enjoyable. Whatever Melbourne are doing, this is terrible.
They're trying to frustrate the Brisbane Broncos into kicking out or conceding while in possession, and Broncos, they look pretty good. They look pretty good at the moment. So this is tapped by Mariner, and he hits the ball up and is stopped about 5 meters, make that 7 meters now, 7 meters short of halfway. Up on the top left corner here, and this is Piakura who dummies and takes it to halfway. Second tackle. And Pakes goes right to Walters. Dummies again. Right to Hunt. Flat ball for Ricky, and Ricky enters Melbourne territory and gets to the Storm 40-meter line. Third tackle. 17 minutes has elapsed, and it's 6 points to 0. This is Hunt now. Very flat ball again for Haas. Haas stands in the tackle and is eventually brought down. He was looking at the back, wanting to flick it to the right. As Pakes on the fourth finds Carrigan, who cuts against the grain and had his knee taken out from under him, but that's all right, play on. Last tackle, 20 meters out. They go left. Walsh puts in a grubber kick that goes against the grain. Pappy's there to take it, and he's brought down.
Yeah, look, good defensive set there from the Melbourne Storm. And Ryan Pappenhausen just yelling at the referee saying, can you that's what you're giving them? And Coates is now, but he got the offload. I thought he was driven back, but he gets the offload there to Munster. I didn't see that ball come out at all, as now Warbrick takes the ball, but he's crunched and driven back, and Melbourne looks shell-shocked. Where's the penalty there, though? This is exactly what he was penalising Melbourne for, is that Adavalu Lasardi takes the hit up there, and it's fourth tackle. They're 35 metres out from the line. And Munster goes across field. Liero's starting his ball playing now. And now Nick Meaney's got a little bit of space out wide, and he gets over the halfway line. So Melbourne pull what was going to be an absolutely nothing set into a little bit of territory. It's a shocking pass to Hughes. And the kick's not too bad. It's going to land midfield, Sam. And we got a chase coming through. Just not a bad tackle, that.
Oh, yeah, very good tackle. But Jesse Arthur's just getting it just before Grant Anderson pinched it from him. So this is a play the ball here from Stags. And this is Jesse Arthur's now with his second touch of the set. And he's able to get to the 30-meter line. Brisbane more central than not. And they go left again to Karapani. And Karapani makes
the ball.
Post-contact meters to the 40-meter line. I'll try to keep an eye on that from now on. He plays the ball. Flat pass again. Oh. This time to Carrigan, who offloads back to Haas, and Haas tried to fill the space that was left in front by Pat Carrigan, but he's taken there by good scrambling defense by the Melbourne Storm. This is last tackle, and Ben Hunt kicks it from inside, from 5 meters inside Storm territory.
Yeah, a lot of Ben Hunt's kicks are going really deep tonight and not giving the Broncos chase a lot to get through, but I think they're more than happy with Pappenhausen being an undersized fullback. They're just happy to kick it to him and belt him. As we see Kamika come off now, hopefully there's not an injury for him, as Nats Grant Anderson taking the third tackle here. Pappenhausen in at dummy half. There's a penalty for crowding in the ruck. Yeah, he had to call that. Carrigan just kicked it out.
Gee whiz, so it is an injury concern, a shoulder concern there for Kamika.
Shoulder, elbow, whatever. But look, this is I take that back. He just dropped that.
I
Green
think
Anderson
so.
just dropped that, yeah. Oh, I'm surprised we didn't get a challenge. Alec McDonald has come off the interchange benches there, obviously saving Big Nelson for something, but, a little bit of ill discipline to start. Katoa! Bang, a little bit of ill discipline starting this game. You would have thought Nelson would have been right in the thick of things, but Garlick goes open side here to Hughes, and Hughes is just happy to pop it off to Trent Liero, who's driven in the tackle. They're 30 metres out from the Broncos try line. That's the first line break of the game. As Alec McDonald comes in for a run. They're 20 metres out here, and they go open to Hughes, and Hughes is just happy to switch it back inside. Munster, there's a little bit of space here. Munster getting his dancing feet out. Offloads it. We're back here to Josh King, who's had a tremendous season for the Melbourne Storm. 10 metres out. Fourth tackle. What have Melbourne got to do? What have Melbourne got here? The answer's been a whole lot of nothing, and that's put down. That was that set from Melbourne. Yeah, Craig Bellamy says it all. That set was absolutely shocking, Sam.
I reckon that's maybe their third set inside the 20, and that's maybe their third error. Warbrick getting taken over the sideline, Liero dropping the ball, and then that just got flatter and flatter as the set wore on, Terry.
I get it. All eyes on that play there were for Eli Katoa, but Nick Meaney was probably expecting that as well, as there's been 4 errors in the game, all to the Melbourne Storm. The Broncos have been absolutely outstanding to start this game. Yep. Unlucky on that last penalty, whereas Melbourne, they look rattled.
And Tony Staggs now plays the ball, about 11 out from his own try line, and that's Jordan Ricky, taken down very quickly by Munster, gets to play the ball in. They continue to go down the short side with Tony Staggs, and he is stopped just short of the 30-metre line. Third tackle, Pakes, left, Jensen over the 30, and he's met there by 3 Storm defenders. So 22 minutes gone. Still trying to find the groove here, but Broncos still playing the better. And this here is Piakura, who made a tackle break there. And Walsh now runs to the left-hand side, puts in a left kicked bomb, and Pappy's going to take it.
He's got a nice boot on him as he goes open side here to Xavier Coates. Coates is pulled down 15 metres out. Make that 18 metres out here is now... This is Green Anderson gets up over the 20-metre line. Cam Munster is just yelling at everybody he can see at the moment. And this is Warbrick, and Warbrick comes from the other side of the field, and he's making good metres, Will Warbrick. Good metres. And now Munster. Pappenhausen. Oh, there's a gap there for Pappenhausen. Oh, he just got ankle tapped. Desperate stuff there. Billy Walters ends up making the tackle. As now... He comes here to Nick Meaney, and he comes back infield. Meaney throws a dummy and then just gets pushed down to the ground by Pat Carrigan, and that's the 5th tackle here. And Munster puts the bomb up, and is Katoni Staggs just going to take him out? No, that time it was just a nice block play. And there's a penalty.
Yep.
There's another penalty there. I thought I was okay with that one. But if this is going to be Brisbane's game plan, is just to keep running Xavier Coates off, eventually he's got to turn around and say, if there's going to be heaps of sets of 6 that I'm giving them a warning for, then you guys just can't blatantly take him out. But yeah, that's fair enough. Katoni Staggs ran in the way and then just stopped. So I think
that's a terrible penalty, man. Payne Haas can't back out of that. That's in slow motion. I don't think he can back out of that, as Jerome Hughes got some work done then by the trainer, but I think that's a crap and soft penalty, man.
Yeah, look, the kickers are very protected at the moment because we've had some leg breaks in the New South Wales Cup. I don't know about the Q Cup, but a couple of, last year Lachlan Ilias got his leg broken, and someone else this year got their leg broken in a really, really bad tackle. So they are protecting the kickers. And I know someone like Payne Haas, who's got a big frame, can't pull out of it, but also it was late. So, as we go open side here to Lasardi. Oh, no, Jerome Hughes does not look good. Jerome Hughes does not look good as we, at least they've got the Avenger Tyron Wishart on the bench, but Hughes looks in all sorts of trouble. Garlic onto Josh King. That ball is knocked backwards. Pappenhausen, a little bit of broken field play here for Pap as he goes to Lasardi. And this is tackle 5 here. What have Melbourne got? We've got a kick to the other side of the field. Warbrick. Oh, it's come down to Eli Katoa. That's gone backwards. That's a try.
Yeah. Oh, yep. I think it's gone backwards as well, for sure. Is he going to... It's been awarded.
Warbrick had the ball in both hands, and then I think he's just dropped it back. His body was backwards. So that's got to be a try.
That's amazing grip from Will Warbrick. 2-on-1 situation.
Look how strong he is. Yeah, that's great. That's gone backwards. I'm happy with that. He's got full control of that. Goes backwards. No worries. Eli Katoa on the spot. I'm happy with that as well.
And again, Melbourne Storm, their attack looks sorry to be negative, man, but the attack looks clunky, and then they put in the kick and hope, and they get a try from a kick again. Melbourne Storm, it's their weapon to a degree. It's also the Roosters' weapon as well at the moment, but that's not giving the devil his due here. Will Warbrick, that is great control. That is great grip strength from him to fight it back. And we're just having a look at the near break by Piakura on Jerome Hughes and Piakura. Yeah, so that's where the injury might have happened. And it doesn't.
Arm.
Yeah, is it a broken arm? Is it not more to do with his shoulder? And he's come off.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like with the tries being confirmed with the shoulder, you do hold it like that. Shoulder arm, it doesn't look good for him.
I will say to the Melbourne Storm's credit, though, that when they've been getting out of their own end, their midfield attack has looked dangerous at times. As that
just pushes it wide.
Yes, sir. So 6 points to 4. 27 minutes gone.
Tyron Wishart will see the game out at halfback, and that's not a bad replay. Paul's saying it looked like the shoulder bore the weight of the tackle. You're probably right. I'm watching this on a phone, Paul. So kudos to you.
All right.
Eli Katoa, though. Eli Katoa. What's that? 15 tries for the year for him? It seems like every week he just scores a meat pie.
Yeah, he is one of the 2 best second rowers of 2025 for sure, man. He and
who's his back row partner? Yes,
Hudson Young. Yeah,
I think Canberra are going to dominate. I think Canberra. Oh, here we have suspected broken wrist for Jerome Hughes. Looks like I was right after all, Paul. As Melbourne now, they'll look for a good set off the kickoff here. And that's Alec McDonald, who's come on off the interchange bench and been really strong. And now try scorer Eli Katoa gets it up to the 30-metre line. Jeez, he's hard. He's a hard man to tackle. Bronson Garlick, he's in the dummy half here. Tiliero goes open side here to Pappenhausen. There's a bit of space here for Anderson. That is a great bootleg tackle there from Katoni Staggs. He looks on tonight, Staggs, in both attack and defence. As now Munster runs to the line on tackle 4, and he gets an offload out. Oh, Pappenhausen could have stepped inside, but here we go. Coates is away.
Oh, good tackle. Good tackle.
Walsh.
Wow.
He's on as well. This is a great game of footy. What a tackle from Reece Walsh.
That's the best tackle of his career. Look at it. David versus Goliath and his drive.
Just driven in.
Oh, Walshy, that is a sick tackle, man. Here
we go.
Now, I'm not surprised here. There's a captain's challenge here. There was an offload that looked to have bounced off of a Broncos shoulder, I think.
It doesn't matter. Has Xavier Coates taken the advantage?
Well, that is the question. The advantage. That's up to interpretation.
I mean, it looked like it was. Oh, yeah. I mean, Grant Atkins let someone run 22 metres last week and then brought it back. So here we go. Here's the offload. And it was touched by Pat Carrigan. It's touched by
Carrigan
Pat
or Staggs?
Carrigan. Yeah, knocked on by Pat Carrigan. Have a look, bang, yeah. And now this Reece Walsh tackle may come to nothing here, but yeah, that's hit out here by Pat Carrigan. There you go.
We're still looking at it.
You can see it clear as day.
Is he looking to just wrap the ball? I know it probably looks like it doesn't.
They called Nico Hines' leg playing at a tackle. It's hit by Pat Carrigan.
Oh, inconclusive.
What was inconclusive about that? What was inconclusive about that?
It was touched. What do you mean inconclusive, man? I think that's the second week in a row you and I have done a stream, or 2 and 3 weeks, and the bunker has used his get out of jail card, man.
What was inconclusive about that?
I actually don't know. If not, did it ricochet off Staggs? But now Walshy's knocked the ball on. I guess there's a little bit of justice in that, Terry.
There is a bit of justice in that, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. Here comes Big Nelson. He's on now. And we've got a 6 again here for the Storm. So they're going to go on the attack. Well, that was a great shot there on Walsh. As this Big Lasardi's getting through some work. Where's this guy come from, Sam? You know anything about him?
He debuted last year, I believe, against the Cowboys, bro, and he has been rock solid this season. Oh!
That's a good shot there on Alec McDonald. Is that Ben Tolte?
Yes.
Well, I don't mind Ben Tolte as a player. He's pretty good as Carrigan flops in for his 15th tackle of the night. And now Pappenhausen spots a little gap, but it's closed down there from Jordan Ricky and Pat Carrigan. And now on the fourth tackle, Katoa!
Oh!
He's dropped that.
Again, nearly a try from a kick for the Melbourne Storm, man. Oh, okay, but we'll have a look. So Munster put it up, center field, and Billy Walters saves the day, man.
Mate, Billy Walters stood his ground, so I'm happy with that. Like, you can't call that a bad shot, but that was eyes up footy there from Cam Munster to see there was a fourth tackle chance to get Eli Katoa one-on-one with Billy Walters. Oh, Billy Walters did really well in that situation.
So Billy Walters now at dummy half, passes right infield to Tolte, who gets over the 40-meter line. Okay, so Pakes is still out there. Pakes goes right, Carrigan feints the pass, but just gets to halfway. Can we not see the referee for a minute here, please? Pakes goes left infield, and I think that's Hetherington now. Yes, it is. Gets to the 40-meter line of the Storm. And now they go right again. This is Hunt on the fourth. Flat ball for Ricky into space. Ricky! And he offloads back to Reece Walsh. Feds away from one, but it's the good cleanup work from Coates. Oh, good cleanup work there from Coates. Last tackle. Walters, right, Hunt, kick. Oh, just misses for Jesse Arthurs.
Just misses? He kicked the ball to Townsville, Sam.
Oh, dear. I think, it was a bit of a scrub. It wasn't it? It was a bit of a scrubber.
That was that's the Ben Hunt show all in one. It looks like the ball's going out to Reece Walsh. He puts his back rower through. And then look at that. He just kicked that first flight to Townsville. Look at that. Still bouncing. It's gone past Townsville. Yeah. Bounced all the way to the Great Barrier Reef. It was a shocker. Will Warbrick now takes the first hit up, and he get post-contact meters galore. Big Nelson. Oh! Jordan Ricky is he's sent with the ball to Townsville. Now there's a bit of space here for Nick Meaney. Nick Meaney's up to the 4. This is a great set here from Melbourne coming out of their own end. There's now Wishart. He'll take his first run. And why not? Fourth tackle here. Bronson Garlick at dummy half. And he goes to Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen just gives it to his back row mate. Just says, "Yeah, take one last hit for us." Is now Garlick. Who's he going to? Garlick goes to Wishart, and he puts a nice bomb up, and that'll be taken nicely there by Walsh.
So Walshy, So look, I think the Melbourne Storm attack has looked the better than the Brisbane Broncos, and that Broncos try came from a massive piece of luck as well, where Walsh didn't touch it. But in saying that, Storm's try came from a kick as Mariner runs to the right-hand side. So ultimately, my point is that I think Melbourne Storm have actually worked the momentum back into their favour. I think they're looking the better of the two sides at the moment. Oh, as Ben Hunt looks for a 40-20. It comes off the massive melon of Nelson Asafa Solomona. Or Terry, now the Storm turned defence into attack. Oh, but good defence there from Hunt.
Yeah, look, that's I thought Coates would have fancied himself to get away from him there. But anyway, Pappenhausen takes the second tackler in at the 30-metre line. And Tony Staggs gives Pappenhausen a little bit of a head rub. Oh, Jesus, that Nelson, that's not going to affect him. No brain cells left to kill. There's now Munster out of dummy half for a 40-20. Does he get the bounce? Does he get the angle? Yes! He does. That's a 40-20. For
how the hell,
Munster? What a kick!
How can you tell from that? That was super close.
No,
that is really close, man.
Sam, I'm in Heathcote and I saw that. What a kick from Cam Munster! Perfect kick. He's 640-20 of his career, and Munster is just taking the game by the scruff of the neck now. As Big Nelson goes for the run. And now Garlick's calling everyone open. It's going to King, and King's just going to work this to the middle of the post. Melbourne are going to set themselves up each side. You got Munster to the left. You got Wishart to the right. You got Garlic going from dummy half. And he's pulled out, but we've got a 6 again here. Nelson, the world's biggest dummy half. He doesn't try a crash play. It's a shocking ball, though. Now Pappenhausen will just go, yeah, Katoa, have a settler here. And Katoa fights for every metre that he can get. Poor Piakura, he's getting an absolute bath by Katoa tonight. Now Garlic open side. Wishart comes across field. And Wishart ball plays to Munster. Munster's caught but gets out of it. Ben Hunt does enough for his teammates to come and get Munster. I don't like that chop at the leg there from Kobe Hetherington. I didn't like that at all. As now Nelson charges onto the ball.
Oh, 6 again.
6 again inside the 10 here. So Brisbane's discipline letting them down here. As now Munster goes for a run himself, spots a bit of a gap, and he's taking there a nice tackle from Kobe Hetherington. There's only one marker in here. And Garlic goes for it. Oh, and slips at the last minute. Third tackle here. Munster onto Nelson. Who was supporting him? Nelson can't get the arm out. We're on the fourth tackle. Garlic's in at dummy half. If Nelson can get up. He's 6'9". It's hard to get up at those angle there. Now Katoa. And this is fifth tackle. We've got the bomb coming for Xavier. No, we've got a 6 again. Yeah, I'm with you, William Hunt. Almost bin time. Yes, he sent someone to the bin, and it's not a Storm player.
And it's not a Storm player.
It's not a Storm. The Broncos have every right to blow up here.
Absolutely.
The Broncos have every right to blow up. They had 8 down there, exactly right.
No, this is look. Melbourne Storm's game plan to rattle the cages is starting to work a treat now. It was pretty shit in the first 15 minutes. You only see this shit with Melbourne Storm. Fucking over it, man. You only see this shit with Melbourne Storm.
Oh, I don't like that. Like, Pat Carrigan's absolutely correct. They gave 4 away in a row. And here we go now. Katoa, he takes the tap and runs at them. Brisbane have every right to feel hard done by here. Melbourne have settled down into this game now nicely after losing Hughes. Wishart throws a dummy and goes at the line. And now Garlic's going to go open here and Big Nelson's going to crash into. Oh! And he's not there, has he? No, he's short of the line. And Garlic gets out, gets away there. Terrible service. But I guess everyone was caught up at the goalpost. But now Wishart's driven right back there from Payne Haas, who's going to play the opening 40 minutes, as is Josh King. King takes the hit up here, and we've got the fifth tackle, and the Storm is spread to the left here. Here comes Munster, and he puts it up. And here comes Xavier Coates, and he can't get there. Great defense from the Brisbane Broncos. Jesse Arthurs has saved a certain try. That kick needed to be a little bit deeper. It was the right kick from Cam Munster. It just needed to be that little bit deeper. But Jesse Arthurs take a bow. They didn't give the penalty away here. No deliberate one. Beautiful kick here. Coates goes up, and he is just taking down top-notch defence. You're all right, William Hunt. Thank you for joining us. And you can see what this means to Brisbane. You can see what this means to the Broncos. They know that they have got something to play for here. The Storm have had all the ball since that 40-20. They haven't been able to do anything with it. This is turning out to be a classic game, Sam.
Oh, all right. So Mariner now is met by 3 defenders. Nearly put into a crusher position, but no, play on. They go left. This is Piakura, who finds himself as the only man out to the left-hand side, and he actually exploded out the back door. And now there's a penalty that's been given away by the Storm. Far out, Terry. Look, you say this is classic and good footy. I think this is frustrating and shithousery, especially from the Melbourne Storm, man. This is really fucking frustrating to watch.
Oh, I mean, tell us how you really feel, Sam.
Bro, you only see this sort of shit in a Melbourne Storm game. I can't get over that that call to sin bin Mariner, man.
Paul makes a really good point, though. Xavier Coates on the rules in the last couple of weeks was definitely tackled in the air.
Well, if we're afforded a replay, then yes, maybe. We'll have a look at that. As Karapani now has the hit up and gets to halfway. and he does play the ball on halfway. And this here is Ben Tolte. He makes about 5 or 6 meters before Nelson comes in with his fucking shoulder and punches him in the face.
He's got to go to the bin.
No, exactly. Yes, Terry.
He's got to go to the bin. Oh, maybe not. I think. Oh, he does. Yeah, that's direct contact, forceful shoulder to the head.
Send him to the bin.
He's going to the bin. He's going to the bin. This is the thing with Nelson. You get him on to change the game, and he's going to change the game for better or worse. Shoulder to the head, auto sin bin, direct, forceful. Yeah, he's going to the bin. He's a bare minimum going to the bin. I don't think that's a send off.
Hey!
Go 10 minutes. Yeah, and this is the problem. This is the problem with Nelson. He comes on, he changes the game with some really good runs. Fatigue sets in. He's just smoked someone in the face.
Yep. This is garbage from the Storm. It's ill discipline from Brisbane. They're absolutely guilty of it too. But Storm have come up here to derail, just win this game by 2 points and just have very little flow in the game, man. Just absolutely kill any sort of flow or style.
Yeah.
This is shit, man. It's shit. And so Nelson with some massive carryover points might miss out next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And he should.
Kamika injured, potentially. Yeah. Jerome Hughes suspected broken wrist.
Mm-hmm. This is
what's the
huge ramifications, and they've got the Bulldogs next week.
Yeah, what's that saying? Like you play shit games and you get shit or whatever it is, man. Like that's
play
exactly
the games, win silly prizes.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So Brisbane now, it is 12 on 12. They are about 12 meters out here. Oh, and that's a massive carry. Now there's another penalty.
That's a high shot.
Can we fucking scratch this game off? Oh.
Nah, that's soft.
It's soft.
It's soft. It's high. It's soft.
All right. So
I think you take the 2 points here if you. Oh no, they're going to take the tap, but I'd just take the 2 points. Go in 8-4 at half time. Yeah, kill some time.
All right, so we've got a tap of the ball. Hetherington dummies and screams back to the right-hand side. Takes 3 defenders to take him down. They're about 5 meters out here. Pakes goes right to Hunt, back under for Hunt. The 2 Hunts combined.
The Hunt brothers.
And now we got Pakes who feigned to go right but went left, found Hetherington on the run, but he's taken down. Third tackle, left of the sticks here. Pakes a dummy half, passes right. Payne Haas is out there. Payne Haas beats one. Does flick it to Jordan Ricky, and he's tackled on the 10-meter line. Fourth tackle, Pakes a dummy half, goes left. Then back right for Payne Haas goes Hunt, but Haas offloads back to Reece Walsh. He's dancing to the left-hand side. Huge cutout pass to Piacora now left onto Karapani. Karapani's an ox, and he's eventually brought down by Will Warbrick, who's won himself. Now Walsh goes to the left-hand side. Cutout pass to Piacora. 12 on 12. Brisbane Broncos score the second try of their evening just before halftime. It is 10-4, Big Buddy, with a kick to come, Terry.
They've deserved that as well. They've deserved that, the Brisbane Broncos. They're hard done by on the 10 in the bin, and they have had the better of the play. This has been garbage football from Melbourne, and that Reece Walsh has been outstanding. I know he's had one drop ball, but his defense and his attack has just been absolutely outstanding. And yeah, Piacora, I said he was given a bath by Eli Katoa. He's just taken some of that back, and nicely done here from the Broncos. They deserve this lead going into halftime.
Yo. And there's the man on the sideline, Shibasaki there as well. Yeah, keep in mind, Brisbane doing this without Shibasaki as well. He would have been out there, I'm pretty sure, in that position. But yes, well done, Piacora. And I think Piacori's actually had a pretty strong game, the young man, too, tonight.
He's dealing with the best back rower in the game as best as he can.
Absolutely.
Make no mistake, Eli Katoa is not only the best back rower in the game, he's one of the best players and best forwards in the game. And Piacora, he's giving up height, size, weight, and he's given up a lot of post-contact meters, but he's held his own. He has held his own here.
Absolutely. All right, so this is a very important kick now from the sideline for Reece Walsh. He's 1 from 2 this evening. So what would this mean for the Brisbane Broncos? So they will get Dean Mariner back with maybe 4 minutes into the second half, I'd suggest.
About that,
thereabouts.
Yeah. Nelson to come back about 7 to 8 minutes in.
About 7 8 minutes in. All righty. Quick shout out to my mate Dor from the All Out Club, who's out there, a Brisbane Broncos member. I'm sure he's doing backflips at the moment and front flips at the moment. He's taken up gymnastics
in the sports ears as well.
I'm absolutely. So Reece Walsh, he shoots and he scores.
What a kick, Walshy. That's about right. That's about right for the first half there. 12-4 feels about right with the run of play for the Broncos.
Yep. 12-4 at halftime. Terry, look, man, I think that was a shithouse first half, man. Like, yeah, there were line breaks, there was some exciting moments, man. But Melbourne Storm, god damn, man, deplorable stuff. Deplorable first half, disciplinary wise, mate. And Brisbane Broncos, they're not innocent themselves, but Melbourne Storm shooting themselves in the foot, man. And I don't think I've been this pissed off after just one half of footy this year, man. And we've saved it till the last Thursday night footy of the year.
And your team's not even playing, Sam.
Nah.
Your team's not even playing and you're this fired up. So imagine if Melbourne were doing this to the Cowboys, you'd be ropeable.
Oh, Terry, I'd be fucking shutting the stream down. I'd be saying some real bad stuff. Oh, I don't even know what to say, man. Like I just said it, but I don't know how to continue on with it. It had no real flow. It was the Grant Atkins show in that first half, and that's just such a frustrating watch, man. And look, because of Jerome Hughes didn't deserve that, obviously, but Jerome Hughes, broken wrist, Tui Kamikamica, injured shoulder potentially, maybe as you said, elbow
AC joint. Yeah,
AC joint, and then Nelson in the bin, and probably will miss next weekend with carryover points that he's got. He might miss 2 weeks potentially.
He should miss the rest of the season. He should miss the rest of the season, mate. Sit him down. He's, as I said, he's come into the game to make an impact, and he has made an impact with a couple of his charges. I mean, he threw Jordan Ricky back about 15 metres. And then as fatigue sets in, he just doesn't lower his body. And, I mean, just going in shoulder first, you can't do that anymore. You can't do it.
Yep. And look, they went to the grand final without Nelson Sofa-Solomona last year to the Melbourne Storm. And they got bullied. But now they face the prospect of Jerome Hughes' season being over. We'll see what happens there. That makes a victory against the Bulldogs in week 1 so much more important, because maybe Hughes could return in a preliminary final, maybe 3 weeks after the fact, maybe. But, Brisbane Broncos, they've played with more discipline. I agree that Staggs probably, I wouldn't have had an argument if he did get sin-binned for his play on Xavier Coates. But you said it just a minute ago, Reece Walsh. I think Walsh has been really good. He hasn't been his extravagant self. He's sort of contained himself. But I think Walsh has been fantastic.
Yeah, Walsh has been the difference between Brisbane being completely out of the game and Brisbane having this advantage, because Cam Munster is playing well. Eli Katoa is playing well. Melbourne probably have the more talent on the park than the Broncos, but Reece Walsh has turned up to play tonight. He wants this top 4. Because, I don't say this lightly about Canberra, because I think Canberra have been outstanding, and they've definitely been the best team all year. They've been the most surprising team. But lots of people had Canberra missing the top 8, being in the bottom 4. A few people had them for the wooden spoon. So most teams are going to see that trip to Canberra and go, yeah, probably. I'm cool with that. And I mean, you have a look at this Brisbane team. All they've got to do is just flick the switch, and it's on. So, Yeah, I mean, like Brisbane know they've got everything to play for. This is a top 4 game, and they can sit back after this weekend. If they lose tonight, they've got to watch footy all weekend and hope the Warriors lose and hope the Bulldogs name a full strength team against the Sharks and go out and absolutely pulverise the Sharks. They win tonight, they go and have family time. They don't have to worry about footy. They're at the park. They're icing their jaws because Nelson's hit them high. They're sitting there having a swim with their kids. They're enjoying their Father's Day. They don't have to be stressed out about footy. They lose this game, it's a stressful weekend for the Brisbane Broncos. They can go from 4th to 6th.
Terry, what you've heard what I've had to say about that first half. What do you think about the Melbourne Storm, or just the discipline or lack of it from both of these sides? And look, you said that this was turning into classic. That's your opinion, right? And do you maintain that? I personally, I want this game already put into the fucking bin and put into the fire. But what did you make of that first half overall?
Look, it was a classic in terms of it had everything that you needed. It had great attack, great defense, some big hits, but also on the flip side, it had ill discipline, bad errors. It's not an absolute classic, but it's like this is a semi-final feel for the game. Yep. This is just both teams just seeing what they can get away with. And Graham Atkins has said, you know what, with 5 minutes to go, he's had enough. Melbourne have turned up to play the upset role, and they have upset everyone. And the Broncos had the first player in the bin. And I think it would have been an injustice if someone from Melbourne didn't go to the bin for that first half shithousery that we saw. Having said that, as a neutral invested in this game, I hope they both beat the absolute snot out of each other. I really do. And then next week, I hope they get the snot beaten out of them as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Bulldogs are sitting back and going, well, holy fuck. Maybe we should rest, because Bulldogs are not going to beat Cronulla by 60 or 70 points tomorrow, touch wood. But that's not going to happen this weekend. So it will be a game played down at Amy Park this weekend. Next weekend, Melbourne Storm versus Bulldogs. But yeah, the Bulldogs have just gone, holy shit, we're going to play Melbourne without Jerome Hughes again. But now, no Nelson. I would be flabbergasted if Nelson is not suspended next weekend, and the possibility of no Kamikamitha as well. So the Bulldogs, they're laughing at the moment. So just let's go into the rugby league history in the chat. Is there anything more nauseating than Melbourne? Maybe a millionaire socialist tax avoider, but still Melbourne. That's look, rugby league history, mate. But the way that I'm feeling right now, I don't think I disagree with you. All right, so let's go into some of the team stats now here. So Brisbane Broncos, look at that, 95% completion rate. Only the one error that was made by Reece Walsh. Yeah. And Melbourne Storm completing at 76%. They had about 3, maybe 4 errors inside the red zone. And dropped it cold. So post-contact meters relatively even, but Melbourne Storm lead in that regard. Tackle breaks are even as well. Scrolling down here, missed tackles are the same. So defensively, so penalties conceded, there's been 12 penalties conceded, and that's not including the 6 agains that have been given away. I reckon we've seen 25. I reckon we've seen maybe 25 penalties, which is 6 agains and long range penalties conceded in that first half alone, man. So that is evidence of the stop-start nature of that first half. I'd love to see how many 6 agains there actually are, but it doesn't actually say here. But yeah, that's the story of the first half. Unfortunately, the ill discipline of both of those sides, but particularly Melbourne Storm. I'm sorry to repeat myself, Terry, but that's just what's happened.
Now, just quickly, Sam, we said in the first half about Trent Liero being the lock of the year. I want to get your input. Let's have a quick run through. The game's about to come back on. Let's have a quick run through of our Dally M team of the year together. Who have you got at fullback?
Oh, you've caught me off guard here. My fullback of 20. My fullback of 2025 is James Tedesco.
I've got James Tedesco as well. Who have you got on the wings?
My wing is Xavier Coates and Mark Nawaqanitawase.
That's exactly who I've got down here. Who have you got as the centres? Because I've got 2 smokies in the centres. I'm not going with Stephen Crichton and Herbie Farnworth. Crichton's only scored 5 tries. Herbie Farnworth's been injured. Who have you got for your centres?
Oh, that is, yeah. It's interesting about Stephen Crichton, mate. No, it's not going to be Herbie Farnworth. That is a massive call, bro. Can you get back to me on that one?
I'll tell you who my centers are.
Yeah, please.
I've got Tolotau Kalau from Manly and Gurmat Shibasaki from the Brisbane Broncos. They are my centers of the year this year.
At the moment, I can't disagree with it. I can't argue.
I'll hear a shout out for Casey McLean as well. I'll hear a shout out for Casey. I would have had Kale Iro if he hadn't have torn his pec because he was just scoring tries for fun. Who's your 5'8" of the year?
My 5'8" of the year is Ethan Strange.
I've got Ethan Strange as well. Now, this is the one where I tossed because I don't think there's been an outstanding halfback this year.
Yep.
So I've gone with my boy Jamal Fogarty.
I had Jamal Fogarty as my halfback of the first half of 2025. I think Isaiah Katoa, his form has waned in the second half, just a fraction. So that keeps him back. Not Nathan Cleary, not DCE, not Hughes. It is going to go to not a new player, but it's going to go, that award's going to go to somebody different this season. Going through it now, it's between Fogarty and Isaiah Katoa for sure, man. And I think I've got to just give it to Fogarty. I've got to just give it to Fogarty. But I don't know if he will actually get it. I don't know.
I will say this: if the Cowboys had won 2 or 3 more games, Tom Dearden would have had a shout in there as well because I thought he was outstanding and he deserved the Paul Bowman medal that the Cowboys gave out last night. Who are your front rowers?
Payne Haas and Joe Tarpanay.
I've got Payne Haas and Joe Tarpanay. Who's your hooker?
I really want to push the case of Tom Starling. I really think that overall he's been in that top 3 players. But to go past Blake Brayley would be an injustice to him. It's a flip of the coin between Brayley and Starling for me, man.
I've got Blake Brayley, but I think Harry Grant will get it because I think Harry Grant's going to go close to Willem the Dalian.
I would punch the TV, Terry, if Harry Grant gets it, bro. He missed the first 6 weeks, or he missed 6 weeks in the first half. He's about to miss the last fortnight here. He wasn't in really good form before State of Origin. He strung together about 8 really, really good weeks of footy. I would be...
So did Kalen Ponga, and that's how Kalen Ponga won it. Back row, we've already said, would be Hudson Young and Eli Katoa. Now, the lock forward, I've gone with Trent Liero, but I've got an absolute smoky for you here. So who's your lock forward?
Yeah, I've given it to Aaron Clark.
You've given it to Aaron Clark. I like Aaron Clark. I like Trent Liero. But I want to give a big shout out to my boy, Big Red Corey Horsburgh. I thought he has been absolutely outstanding. I think Canberra deserve 4 or 5 players in the team of the year. I really do. I think Tarpanay's been mental. Hudson Young's been mental. Ethan Strange has been on another level. Fogarty probably deserves it, and just give it to Corey Horsburgh just because. Who's your rookie of the year?
Isaiah Yongi.
Oh, I went with Leka Halasima.
Okay. Yeah. No, I wouldn't be. Would you be? I'd be happy with either.
I'd be happy with. It's down to those 2, but I will say Hot Tamale was the red hot favorite before he got injured.
Yes.
Captain of the year?
Joe Tarpanay.
Joe Tarpanay. Coach of the year?
Ricky Stewart.
Absolutely, Sam. We've only disagreed on one, and you're wrong.
Now my trouble was centers and so
there hasn't
Katoni
been,
Staggs.
No, and again, Katoni Staggs has had great weeks, and he's had weeks where he's been shocking. Stephen Crichton has been good, but he hasn't been great. Herbie Farnworth was tearing people apart, and then he tore his hamstring. Kale Iro was tearing people apart, and then he tore his pec. Casey McLean started the year on the wing, in the centres, in, out, back in, has been brilliant. Tolotau Kalau has scored 16 tries. He's the leading try scorer for a centre this year. And Gurmat Shibasaki, when he was announced that he signed with the Brisbane Broncos, he was an absolute meme. Everybody was laughing at that. When he got picked in round 1, Brisbane Broncos fans are going, what the hell is this guy doing? He's played State of Origin, Sam.
Yeah.
He's played State of Origin. I think you have to go with Tolotau Kalau and Gurmat Shibasaki.
Yeah. I got to go Talatau Kalau, and Shibasaki. Yeah. Look, I'll put forward my boy Jackson Purdue, who's played more centre than not in 2025. But I think Todd Payton, his muck around halfway through the year, killed any chance of Purdue getting centre of the year just quietly. Look, Kale Iro probably would have been one of the centres of the year before his pec injury.
Yeah, I mean, without injuries, you're talking that it's going to be Kale Iro and Herbie Farnworth.
Yeah.
I think. Look, I think Stephen Crichton has been good, but he's only scored 5 tries this year, and he looks better attacking at fullback. That's all I'll say. As we're back out on the field now, but I'm glad we got that. I had about 2 weeks ago though. I had Daniel Tupou and Xavier Coates, and now Mark Nwangana-Kataze has just exploded, and I think it's going to be him. And he'll also be on the Kangaroo Tour as well. That's my hot tip. He'll be on the Kangaroo Tour.
I do not disagree with that. I'd be very happy to see him beat your mob because you're going for the English come that Ashes series, I'm sure.
And I'm sure we're going to call some games at 3 a.m. in the morning from live as the second half is kicked off here, Sam.
Alrighty, and it's taken on the full here by Brisbane, and this here is Ben Tolte who crashes back into the back. Good heavens, what are we going to see in this second half? Hopefully some more footy.
A good old-fashioned punch-up.
I'll tell you what. I
want to just swing, boys. You're only going to get 10 in the bin. Just swing.
I might be bashing the nearest person next to me just quietly the way I'm feeling. Mum. Oh dear. Oh no. All right then. Sorry. Let's stick with the play here. So that's I believe that's Hetherington who's hit the ball up. This is fourth tackle. And now this is Walsh attempting a 40-20 kick of his own. It does find grass. Oh, what a kick!
Reece Walsh, take it. He is on it tonight, Walshy. Whoa. Absolutely on it. And they just put up their Dean Mariner, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what a kick, Reece Walsh. Fourth tackle, 40-20.
My mum just said that maybe there was some power in the toilet water that he had that provided that 40-20.
Hey, if he's going to enter the finals in this form, I'd be telling him to drink out of every Portaloo he saw on the side of the road. If it's good enough for a Labrador, it's good enough for Reece Walsh. Let's just leave it at that.
I'm going to try out the Red Hill public toilets. All right, Pakes goes left. Ben Hunt now back under here for Piakura. Piakura taken down eventually by Garlic. 6 again. 90 seconds into the second half. Pakes goes right to Ben Hunt and then back under here for Hetherington. And this is just another settler here. So 4 minutes remain for Nelson. Pakes goes right to Hunt. Out the back right to Walsh. Walsh. Oh, Walsh. Turn it up. Oh, it has the celebration too. Oh, dude. Nah, Reece Walsh, he has been excellent this game. And he has started the second half like a man possessed. Absolutely brilliant.
Mate, Reece Walsh, drink all the toilet water on Cactus Street getting into the finals because this display from him, he's just heard you and I say that James Tedesco is the best fullback in the game, and he's just said, not on my piss. I'm going to go and have a drink at halftime in the Dunnies, and I'm coming out here and I'm going to show you. Jesus!
Look,
Will Kennedy, get to Northies, drink out of the urinal on Saturday afternoon, and put in this performance.
Yep.
I demand it.
No, Ghastly in the chat says he needs some toilet water. What has Reece Walsh done? What has he done, man? My goodness. But seriously, Reece Walsh, what a start to this second half, man. And it's off the back of a man of the match performance already in the first half, or a man of the match in the first half. So, oh man, great stuff. William Hunt says there's something in the water in Brizzy tonight. Oh man, absolutely. There will be it will be a tidal wave of fluid if Brisbane win in Brisbane tonight. Put it that way. That sounds so gross, bro.
Oh
but
man,
that's what will happen.
Everyone will be invited. Like Walshy will be invited to every house just to drink out of the toilet if they can. He's going to have a schooner of the Caxton Street urinal's finest after this performance tonight.
Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, dude, as if there's not already like 10 plumbing companies that are already on the buzzer to him, right?
Mate, that is a sponsor's dream after this. Like
Abs-
1-800 plumbing, just Walshy with the schooner glass of water. Just get into it. Get amongst it.
Oh,
Go on, young fella. Well, and this is the best way to bounce back from doing something stupid, right? This is the best
yep.
way to bounce back. Let your footy do the talking. Because if he had come out tonight with an absolute stinky, you know it would be all over the paper.
Oh, it'd be bad for him.
Yeah, it would be really, really bad. And now it's just going to turn around and have people like you and I taking absolute mickey out of him. Meanwhile, he's going to get praised. Do you remember Space Jam where they had Michael's secret stuff?
Oh my God.
You got Walshy's secret stuff now.
Oh my God! Yes. All right. We'll stick with it. So Mariner, he is back out there on the paddock. Wonder if Brisbane could strike while the iron's hot here. Nelson off the. Oh, Walsh has got ball in hand. Passes left to Mariner, and Mariner gets up and is tackled inside Melbourne Storm territory. Walsh's secret stuff. Pakes passes right to Karapani on the fourth tackle, and Karapani just gets over the 40-meter line and is tackled 15 meters inside Melbourne Storm territory. They made 63 meters on that set there, Brisbane. Ben Hunt from 35 meters out puts the ball up. Payne Haas is chasing, not looking at the ball. Oh, it's been knocked on. Picked up by Pakes. It's 6 again here for the Brisbane Broncos. Grant Atkins.
We got a penalty inside the 10.
Offside.
Yeah, Ben Talty offside. In front of the kicker, just. You wouldn't see that from Xavier Coates. Any other night, Melbourne are rattled. Melbourne are absolutely rattled here. Is that Joe Chan? That is big Joe Chan, is it? I can't see. No, that wasn't. That was my boy Lasardi with a hit up here, and now Josh King comes open, and Nelson's getting ready to come back on the field. He owes his team something special here, Nelson, because ever since he's gone to the bin, they've gone from 2 points down to 14 points down. So here's Munster across field. Green Anderson, he's turned in here. And he's swarmed on by the Broncos defense. He gets up clutching at his head here. Stop milking it. Have some of Walshy's secret stuff. You'll be right. Turn inside here to Xavier Coates. And he's just pumping the legs here. Pumping them. As Melbourne get through their first set of the second half, 6 minutes into the game. And now Munster puts it high. It's not real deep. And Walshy! He had a swing. He had a swing and he's come through and just lined that up, Sam.
Absolutely brilliant catch from Walshy. And this here is Karapani trying to fend away from one, but is brought down. So Nelson's back on. He plays the ball, Karapani on the 40, and this is Staggs now one-on-one with Munster, and Staggs wins that in a canter, but not too many more meters made after the fact, though. Third tackle, they go right. This is Jesse Arthurs, and he's over halfway by about 5 meters. That's a great carry from Jesse Arthurs. Walters ran to the left-hand side, fended away from Munster, offloads back to Ricky, who knocked the ball on Bugia.
Yeah, Jordan Ricky's dropped the ball here. He hasn't even turned around to his captain to him the challenge. He's just put his hand up, dropped the ball. That was probably his problem. His hands were up instead of out to catch it, Sam. Here he goes. Bang, just drops it. All right, unlucky. Now we've got time to breathe. To breathe, Sam. Oh, that's a shocking mullet. Go on, son.
Oh, Cameron Smith.
Oh, is that who it is? The golfer?
Yes.
It is. It is. Cameron Smith. Doesn't look like an accountant like the other bloke.
So Melbourne Storm now, their for and against now is 210. Bulldogs is 138. So they need to beat the Sharks, Terry, on Saturday night by
72 points. They've stolen the ball.
Knocked on by Walters, though.
I'll tell you what. That's a bit, apart from the 72-point turnaround that they need, let's talk about Billy Walters for a minute. Mr. Fix-It Billy Walters, right?
Yeah.
When he was getting picked for Brisbane because his dad was the coach, people were saying, geez, this is the world's biggest piss take.
Yep.
Do you think he's earned his spot to play for the Brisbane Broncos?
When he was playing with the West Tigers, Terry, I thought he was tremendous. I saw the talent in him, and sure, he may have had a dip when he played at Brisbane in 2023 for a little patch there, or even 2022, if I'm not mistaken. But no, man, Billy Walters has absolutely earned his stripes and is a mainstay of this team. And look, he won't win any Dally M's this year, but he is top 3, I reckon, or top 5 most important Broncos players for 2025, bro.
Yeah, he's filled a gap. He started at 9. He's starting at 6 now. Ezra Mims out. He's gone to the bench. He's played utility everywhere he's needed to. And you never hear him kick up a fuss. You never hear him in the media kicking up a fuss or anything. I rate not only him as a player, I think he's a good player. He's professionalism as well as Nelson. Swats off Haas. Jesus. There we go. There's one point back. Is Josh King now has a nice run here in Melbourne and making some great yards. Garlic almost not there for it. Here's big Nelson again, goes over the top. Oh, his knee was out though. That's a. Yeah, another penalty. There's another penalty for taking Xavier Coates out. And Coates has every right to ask, when is this a professional foul?
Yes. Yep. Oh, what we're about to see.
Paul asks, why do the Panthers want to beat the Dragons now? I'll tell you why, Paul. Because the Panthers are banking on the Warriors winning and the Sharks losing and getting the 6 versus 7 at Shark Park, where we haven't scored a point against Penrith at Shark Park since like 2020. And that game wasn't even at Shark Park. That was at Cogra, and they beat us 54-24. So that's why Penrith are turning around and licking their lips at the prospect of getting 7th spot and playing the Sharks. Watch, you heard it here first. There's now Melbourne on the attack. Wishart, Pappenhausen. Oh, great time there. Sharks will win this week. Turn it up. Wishart, back open. And he's driven back, but no. He's still fighting for his meters here, is Wishart. 5 versus 8 at Shark Park. Would you rather play the Roosters or the Panthers? Because either one sucks. Alec McDonald now. Oh, Nelson charges onto the ball. They're going to hold him up. Reece Walsh is there. Tongue out. Toilet water in mouth. Great tackle. Munster. Here to my boy, Lasardi. Lasardi puts the kick in, and Walsh. There's a penalty here. They're inside the 10. They shot up.
Okay.
The Sharks look stupid for these losses against Canberra and the Tigers. Now, I have nightmares about that Canberra game. And, the Tigers one, look, Leichhardt, that wind was awful. But I was here the night with Sam. I sat in this very chair when Canberra went sideways, back sideways, and somehow found space where there shouldn't have been any space. And shut up, Gasly. Yeah, I tell you what, I didn't like that run from Nelson. It looked like he led with the knee. Anyway, I don't like Nelson, if you haven't noticed. Here he goes. Speaking of, knees out again. Big Nelson, grub. Oh, he's milking it now, mate. You are 6'9" and you are trying to milk that. Shut up. I hear him in the background. Oh, this pissant. Get off the field. Oh, he's got a case for a crusher. Shut up, man. Grant Atkins better not give it to him. He better not give him that penalty. Play the ball. Pussy. Yeah, was he? Look at that. Knee straight out. Bang.
He does that every hit he takes, man. He walks the fine line, bro.
Yeah,
everything you've just said.
I'm going to give him a penalty for this.
Yep.
Yeah, Gasly's right. Wouldn't mind taking Penrith on. Probably the better chance of winning. I don't want to cop the Roosters at the moment. And yeah, you do cop the least amount of heat for winning because it's the 4-time premiers. I just hope we score at least one try. That's all I'm asking for. Like just one try. Don't concede 50 either. It's two things. Here's Wishart on to Katoa. Great tackle there from Dean Mariner. Geez, he's really improved this year. Oh, that's not what they were looking for.
Oh,
Melbourne look shell shocked. Absolutely shell shocked.
Bro, if they're not kicking for their wingers, they aren't scoring any points, man. Like, there's been a couple times over the past month or so, sure, but they aren't scoring points if it's not from a kick, Terry.
And this is the importance of Harry Grant. He is two tries a game to them, like without a shadow of a doubt.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so
12 minutes gone. Bronson Garlick is a good NRL player.
Yes.
And I watched him at Newtown. He was great in the back row. He played admirably at centres. He did his job as Brisbane are about to get driven into touch. No, they're not. Jesus, the strength there from Jordan Ricky. But he's not Harry Grant. So that's what I'll say.
No, I absolutely agreed, man. Payne Haas still out there. I don't think Payne Haas has come off the top of the noggin, but I'll check that in a second.
No, and there's another kicked into. That's not played at. Is it played at? No, fifth tackle.
Oh, Lux of fortune. All right, so this is now last tackle. Hunt, left, Walsh.
No, that was Walshy. What a kick.
Twisting, curling, allowed to bounce by Warbrick, and races over the dead ball line.
What a kick. Unlucky bounce, but mate, no one wanted any part of that. He hit that shockingly good. As now Melbourne will ruck it out of their own end. This Lasardi, mate, he's having a monster of a game.
Yep.
Oh, just speaking of people who debuted against the Cowboys, Sam, the big fella who debuted for the Cowboys against the Sharks, what was his name?
The big fella who debuted against the Sharks.
For the Cowboys.
Let me go through the passages of time. Or
the African-born fella who debuted.
Yes, Amali Bitungan.
Yeah, he's been told to leave the Cowboys.
Yes.
He's spotted at Shark Park having a chat for a 1-year deal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You okay with that or not?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm friggin' not. Jamal Shibasaki, another one, might be going to friggin' Brisbane as well. Tom Duffy's also getting friggin' poached.
Here we go.
Brisbane.
Here goes Coates.
Oh.
No, Jesse Arthurs. See, they got that right. My understanding is that Braden Hamlin-Uele will end up at Souths, and we are looking to replace his monster contract with a 1-year deal for Vitangane from the North Queensland Cowboys. So that is... well, not really an exclusive because I think he hit the papers, but there you go.
Holy crap. Okay, so Bintagun might be at Cronulla next year. Holy smokes. All right then. Billy Walters now scoots to the left-hand side. Does offload to Mariner.
Mariner.
All right, so fourth tackle. Smoothie finds Haas. Oh, he ran against the grain, offloaded back instantly to Smoothie, and Smoothie is just going to have to hold on to the pill here. So good defense here from Melbourne. Broncos only able to make about 30-odd meters as Ben Hunt kicks from well inside his own 40 and still able to find some space, man.
What a kick. What a kick from Ben Hunt. Dean marinated passes it to Tyson Strawberry Smoothie. Rugby League history coming out with some bangers tonight. Here we go, Melbourne. What do you got? You got 24 minutes to stop Brisbane getting into the top four, please. As now Ryan Pappenhausen takes the hit up. Nelson. No knees this time, Nelson. That's a change. This new Melbourne without Jerome Hughes is very ordinary. I'll tell you what, Melbourne without Jerome Hughes was okay while he was out injured. It's Melbourne without Harry Grant. You take Harry Grant, no Harry, no party. Munster kicks the absolute stuffing out of that ball. And Walshy, of course he does.
Oh, well done.
Of course.
Takes it on his own 10.
I'll tell you what, this is some kind of night from Reece Walsh. This is
Absolutely.
some kind of night from Reece Walsh.
And what's happened over the past 5 minutes is that finally we're seeing some flow in the game. 6 against and penalties have been at a premium in the past 5 minutes or so, thank goodness. And this here is Jaden Hunt, and he gets to the 20-meter line. Takes a couple to take him down. And plays the ball. Third tackle, Carrigan is able to get to the 30. Brisbane, they're running right to the left of screen here. 18 points to 4. 23 and a half minutes remain, and this is Payne Haas now. still out there. Does he offload? He sure does. Back to Smoothie. Smoothie dummies and, oh, Jesus, ran straight into Nelson Sofa Solomona. No, thank you. Actually made some post-contact meters that got him to the 40-meter line. This is last tackle. Reece Walsh inside his 40, not looking for the 40-20, just puts it as far as he can.
Yeah, it's nice kick from Walsh. And, Warbrick, you can run at anyone else and you run at Payne Haas. And I'll tell you what, Payne Haas has played 57 minutes straight and he's still whacking blokes like it's going out of business now. He's unreal.
Yeah.
He's absolutely unreal, Payne Haas. Is Melbourne now. What have they got? What have they got? Here's Xavier Coates. Now, Grant Anderson, he pokes his head through.
Ooh.
Pokes his head through there as Munster in at dummy half. Munster's trying to do everything now. I think you're going to see Munster really assert himself into the game. There's some space out wide here. Xavier Coates, but it's shut down. Walsh comes up.
Oh!
What's happening here? Jesse Arthurs. That's a nice kick there. Munster comes up with the ball and they're caught a metre out from the line. Munster's looking around. Should they challenge it? He's calling a knock on.
Knock on.
Brisbane ball.
Grant Atkinson's refereeing took the fatigue out of the game. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was stop start. The 6 again's on the line. Yeah, sure. I don't think you can blame Grant. I don't think you can blame Grant Atkins for that opening. The only people you can blame for that are Melbourne.
Yeah. No, everyone played a part in that first half for sure. All right. So Reece Walsh now, he's able to get to the 30 on the side closest to the interchange sideline. Oh, he's reaching for his hammy there for half a second, but he's all right. This is Jaden Hunt. He'll get up and play the ball now. Smoothie goes right, Carrigan, then to Hunt, and Hunt's knocked the ball on. So Brisbane, they're opening up the door here for Melbourne Storm, Terry.
Yeah, and this is what I said, Munster, he was pushing Bronson Garlick out of the way at dummy half in the last set. He was pushing people forward. He made half breaks. He got the ball. Oh, Tahi Bro's back on, my boy. Yeah, kia ora. And now he's come up with a great shot on Ben Hunt. So, yeah, it's he's trying to get them back in. Look, there's 20 minutes to go in this game. It's still open. When you've got players like Munster, when you've got players like Xavier Coates, Ryan Pappenhausen, etc. But, yeah, look, it's now or never for Melbourne. You feel like if they don't score here, they're not going to get back into the game. As Nelson went from being soft to being a ballerina with some nice footwork there. And now, what do they got here? There's Big Lasardi takes another hit up. I've been impressed with his work rate. Every time Melbourne have the ball, it seems like he's taking a hit up. Munster now. Ball playing Wishart. There's some space here. There's some space. Katoa goes to Warbrick. Warbrick steps inside and Warbrick scores. Melbourne are back just like that. Just like that, Sam. Melbourne are back in the game. And that's all it took. You get your great players involved. Cam Munster went in at half back then. Wishart played his part. Gets it to Eli Katoa, who we have said is a lock for the Dally M team in a year. And he just gets Will Warbrick across the try line. And I'll tell you what, Warbrick deserves that because he's had so much go against him this year. Gets himself back into this Melbourne team. Walters did his best effort there. But Warbrick, too big, too strong. 18-8 kick to come. Melbourne right back in this game now, Sam.
Yeah, we've been saying no Grant, no Party, no Hughes. They look bad. But still, though, if you give all the keys to the city to one Cameron Munster, bro, he will lift the team. And he made the error, albeit in a really tricky situation a couple minutes ago. Then he forced the error on Ben Hunt in the ensuing set. And there he was at his best for the Melbourne Storm, man. So, and yeah, absolutely. Will Warbrick, yeah, he was out from about round number 8, maybe earlier than that. Yeah. And it's all due to a concussion. So about April. So, for him to battle those concussion demons, man, it must have been absolutely awful for him to miss all that due to concussion. And yeah, it is good to see him back, man. He is a very talented player.
Yeah, rugby sevens convert from New Zealand, come over to the Melbourne Storm and has done very, very well, forced himself into the Melbourne team. And here we go. Nick Meaney lines up, goes through his little routine, one step back and hooks it again. So it stays 18 points to 8 in Melbourne. Back in this game, the door is slightly ajar. Now, Gasly says he wish he had a right centre and a winger with a brain. And it's really painful to see because Mawini Hiroti had been absolutely outstanding in the games that he played for instead of Jesse Ramian. And now Ramian's come back into the team this weekend. And I'm saying this, if he has an absolute shocker, I would like march down, tell Fitzgibbon to pick Hiroti.
Yes.
I won't say anything about Sereni Katoa because hopefully he goes to Perth and we get Sam Stone Street for the next 10 years. Canberra may be back on. Look, it's the faintest of hope. There you are, Harry. You grub. If you were out there, you'd be winning this game. We'd definitely be going to Canberra. But here we go. Get that grin off your face as well, Sam. We've got a game to call.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Alec McDonald can't perhaps do the goal kicking. I think he's got a hamstring problem at the moment. Perhaps he's got all tape all up the back, so he probably don't want to be exerting himself kicking. Katoa. Big post-contact beaters. He's had a great game tonight, Eli Katoa. I didn't see who that was. That was Joe Chan. And now Nelson takes the ball, and now we got Munster. He goes open. Lasardi takes his token hit up. And the Melbourne Storm get to the halfway line. So here we are. Wishart is just going to pop that down the field, and Brisbane will get the ball back, rocking it out of their own end.
Takes it 11 metres out, does Reece Walsh. She runs back to the centre, puts on a bit of a step and is able to get to, over the 20-metre line by a couple of metres. And I will say that if Melbourne Storm do, in fact, come back and win this game, I mean, it would be a pretty remarkable victory for them out of completely nowhere. Just want to also say thank you, everybody that is in the chat right now. Please subscribe to Wobble and Jaw Sports and Rugby League Outlaws. Follow the hyperlink in the name of the title, and please subscribe to them on YouTube. As Pat Carrigan now has a hit up and he's able to get to halfway right in the centre of Suncorp Stadium. And this is fourth tackle. They pass left, Hunt out back left to Walters. Flat ball there for Ricky, and Ricky is able to get over the 40-metre line by a few metres or so. This is last tackle. Smoother gets to dummy half. He passes right, finds Ben Hunt, kicks from about 37 metres out, and it's going to be taken comfortably in the end by Warbrick.
Yeah, safety first set there from the Brisbane Broncos. They know that they've just got to, after conceding the try, they've got to settle it down. We've got a knock on here at the play of the ball from Warbrick, and is Warbrick going to challenge this? He's saying he played it. Challenge it. Oh, he hasn't called for the challenge. Yeah, they are. They're challenging it. I think at this point in time, you got to roll the dice.
Again, though, I know you want to win a game of footy.
Here we are.
Right?
He said no challenge. He's called the challenge off.
Yeah, I thought 10 seconds had elapsed for sure, bro.
I saw a good one last weekend from the Dolphins. I believe it was the Dolphins. The person who was challenging, who they got the knock-on call, was yelling at the touch judge while the captain was talking to the referee. And then when they finished, they said, "Yeah, all right, we'll take the challenge now." So, either way, yeah, I agree. It's going to be 10 seconds or nothing. Here we are. There's a penalty for a high shot. And now Reece Walsh is going to take the 2. And Tony Staggs, after looking like he was on death's door, gets up. And now Walsh is putting the fingers up. We're going to take the 2 here, Sam.
Yep. No, the smart call. So we'd then make it 2 converted tries the difference. And
it just takes the sting out of the game. Takes the sting out of the game here.
Yeah, with about 15 minutes to go, like Melbourne Storm can absolutely score 2 tries.
How important was that try right on halftime, Sam? Because we're looking at 12-8. That try on halftime, that was a
Jesus.
Yeah, he just got stepped there, Munster. There wasn't much he can do. Mitigating circumstances. I love the fact that we now started to use common sense in the mitigating circumstances in high shots. Because Will Kennedy last week absolutely smoked Jack Cogger. Now, Cogger was falling and had already dropped the ball, but he copped a shot that the last 2 or 3 years would have been an automatic sin bin, borderline send-off.
Yeah.
And we use the mitigating circumstances now. Why can't we just rule all common sense?
Why
can't
too
we just
difficult,
rule everything
mate.
common sense? It is.
No, it's too difficult, mate. But I would have been fine to also see if that wasn't penalised by Will Kennedy, though, or it wasn't a penalty to Will Kennedy.
Look, on the we are Payne Haas said his first stint off. Look, on the day, I was like, well, he's already dropped the ball. He's already dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Kennedy didn't move. Kennedy stood his ground. Old mate's momentum drops and falls it. But when you see it on the replay at home, you kind of like, well, that was a
Yeah.
If someone had done that to Nico Hines, I would have been swearing at the TV stand. Let's put it that way, as while she nails it.
20 points to 8. And Brisbane, they're close to, sorry to say, Terry, they're close to locking in 4th spot. Now, again, if they win tonight, Broncos travel down to Canberra to take on the Raiders in an awesome potentially awesome game. Whereas Storm Bulldogs, we've known for about a month now.
Do you know what else happens? Do you know what else happens, Sam? If the Broncos lock in top 4, do you know what else happens? The Sharks get a game at Shark Park and it boils the piss out of social media for a week.
I'm fine with it in week 1, but there's a story that came out late this afternoon that they're applying to have, if they do make the top 4 or whatever, that if they did make the top 4, that their second home game would be at Shark Park in week number 2. And it's always been that you don't get the suburban advantage in week number 2. And the reason why they're also doing that is because that Allianz Stadium is shut down halfway through September. So after week 1 of the finals, Allianz will be returfed and will not be able to be used for about 10 weeks. And Sharky said, well, let us use Shark Park then for week 2. No, unfortunately, you get banished out to either Combank or a core, Terry.
You know what? Cronulla would have better luck saying we won't play at Shark Park, but week 2, let us play at Cogra. They'd have more luck there.
Ooh, that's bloody
hell. And there's a 6 again.
On the last tackle. All right. We'll stick with the play here. So 20 to 8, 14 to go. Fresh set, right on halfway. Smoothie at dummy half goes right. Finds Jensen. Jensen makes about 8 meters or so. Alec McDonald gets up a little bit hazy. Smoothie goes right. Carrigan, flat ball for Tolte. And Tolte is able to back his way to the 30. He has impressed since he made his first grade debut about a month or so ago, Tolte. This is Reece Walsh now back under here for Jordan Ricky, and he stopped about 21 meters out. And Smoothie goes left. Carrigan back under for Jensen. Jensen spinning and backing his way to about 12 meters out from the try line. They're central. This is last tackle. Smoothie left. Hunt running, kicking. Oh, we've got nearly a try coming up for Brisbane, but Warbrick just got there.
Yeah, safety first there from Will Warbrick. Didn't take any chances. Just punched that ball down to the Gold Coast. But beautiful kick there from Ben Hunt and great understanding there from Dean Mariner. Gee, I tell you what, it's an underrated thing for Michael Maguire to pick his backline because you got Dean Mariner, Jesse Arthurs, Gurmat Shibasaki, and Kiripani. This is they and Katoni Staggs. So you've got 5. Oh, here we are, penalty. They didn't get the dropout in time, and Brisbane are going to secure the victory here with 2 points to Reece Walsh. What are you doing? There was no ball. There was no ball in the bucket. Oh, that's harsh. Paul said, why is Allianz being shut down in September? Because the drainage, mate. The ground's stuffed. They're not confident that it'll be able to hold up any further than it can. So it's absolutely soaked and it's getting parasites in the ground. So I don't think there'll be a game there in week 1 anyway.
All right, well, I'm going to give Reece Walsh the 2 points here.
Yeah, I'm going to give Reece Walsh the 2 points. I'm going to give Brisbane the 2 points. I'll say this. This is like Ryan Pappenhausen's fault for like if you go to the bucket and you can see there's no ball in there, yell at the referee straight away.
Yeah, but how lackadaisical was he? How lackadaisical were the Melbourne Storm, man? You had ample time to scream at the referee. He didn't get there till about 12 seconds to go, man. And then he went, oh, shit, I got to get on the front foot here. But no, it just, oh, man. It hasn't been an awful performance overall by Melbourne, but it might be as discipline-wise as bad as we've seen from them. I think it is the worst performance from them of the year in terms of discipline, man.
Yeah, look, they were very, very bad last week in the second half. to have 40 straight points put on them, but 40 points almost just becomes funny. This has been terrible from Melbourne. Just from the moment they had their first defensive set to right now, where you've got 35 seconds to find a ball.
Yep.
You've got 35 seconds to find a ball and kick it. And you walk over to the bucket, there's no ball, and then you sort of jog over to where the ball is. Yeah, Walsh's toilets, there you go. There you go. This is incredible. Like, Reece Walsh, take a swig of toilet water because you are the man of the match tonight. 18 points out of the 22 for Walshy, and he set the other try up. That's how good his night's been. So This has been a monumental performance. This has been a great performance from Brisbane. And to be honest, they deserve the top 4 finish, Sam.
Yeah, well, now they do. Yeah, Warriors absolutely let it slip for sure.
Injuries killed them, man. Injuries
killed them. Of course.
They were running first and then Luke Metcalf's knee exploded.
And I'm friggin' real looking forward to Mitch Barnett and Luke Metcalf next year, man. And the Warriors overall next year could be amazing for them. But we'll stick with it here. And Pat Carrigan now. I think this game is absolutely done and wrapped up. But let's send the fans home with a try here that will send the roof into orbit if there was one. As well, she kicks on last. And it's going to find some grass, but taken eventually. And yes.
He can't do anything wrong tonight. He absolutely cannot do anything wrong. As Warbrick comes there, yeah. Oh, look, he's having a sip of toilet water. Look at it. Look at that. That was beautiful. It was even the right color for the duck stuff in there. Beautiful. Go on, Walsh. Don't try and hide that as a Powerade, son. As now Melbourne rucking it out of their own end, and it goes here to Green Anderson. Oh. Yeah, nasty looking tackle there as he backed himself into it. Trent Liero has been really good tonight. Oh, Wishart straight through. Inside the Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen, what a chase down. And then it goes to Nick Meaney and Melbourne blow this game open. And here we go.
I think Atkins provided an obstruction on a Brisbane Bronco defender, I think. Have a look here. So, Liero, Wishart, dummies, split Carrigan and Hunt. Oh, well, that's no, he did absolutely nothing. No, great ball playing by Melbourne Storm, and they're a sniff again.
Yeah, I'll say this, though. If the referee was a player, that's taken back for an obstruction.
Yeah.
But the referee's part of the field. That's how it's always been ruled. The referee's yet try confirmed.
Yeah. If Corey Jensen was putting, the hammer down a little bit more, then maybe, but
if Corey Jensen dives to make a tackle and he just takes Green Atkins out, he probably gets suspended for taking the referee out, but that probably gets called back as well.
You've just reminded me of the 2017 grand final where Tamari Martin decided to go for the referee and not Josh Adokar about 20 minutes into the first half. Oh, Jesus. All right, 22-14.
I don't remember that. So, but you know what? That wasn't a really memorable grand final because, the effort for you blokes to get from 8th there, but on the day you just got obliterated.
Absolutely, by one of the greatest teams of all time, especially with
one of the greatest franchises. Like this club, I don't know how they do it year on year. They won a premiership illegally with Brian fucking Norrie as their starting front rower.
I don't care. I cannot bring myself to give these guys a compliment just quietly, Terry.
I know.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You won't get me to make it. You can waterboard me for a month. I will not give this club a compliment. Absolutely not. All right, but the Melbourne Storm, they are alive in this game. They're not playing for anything right now, just quietly, but they're still showing some ticker, and this is Josh King with the hit up, mate.
Well, they're just seeing what Canterbury can do to Cronulla tomorrow. They're making that a little bit harder for them. But anyway, it's open here now, and this is Joe Chan.
Oh!
And he's dropped the ball, and Nelson's knocked on the floor, has he? No! It looked like he dragged the ball into him. Is now Eli Katoa has a run at Billy Walters. That's smart. Make your meters there, son. But third tackle, 10 meters out. Storm are playing for Cronulla tonight. Yeah, not looking good.
Oh!
Inside.
No, play on. No.
Oh, here we go. He's called it. No, that hit a Broncos player. That pass hit a Broncos player. Challenge that. Oh, they lost. Yeah, challenge it. They hit a Broncos player. That definitely, that pass inside there, looking at it from where I am, my spectacles at Heathcote, passes the ball inside here. Yeah, no, that comes off a Broncos player. Let's play on. Tackled without the ball, good shout. Well, it's not a knock on.
Nah.
Yeah, Wishart's saying, my hand didn't touch it. No, that's not a knock on. I don't think it's tackled without the ball. Hasn't hit his arm. Don't play this inconclusive bullshit again. The ball stays in the same trajectory. It doesn't spin a different way. It hasn't been touched. Give the ball back to Melbourne. Play the ball. Sick of the bunker.
Inconclusive.
Oh, fuck off. There was nothing inconclusive about that. Same as the Pat Carrigan one. This is a cop-out from the bunker. They've got to get rid of inconclusive.
There's a lot of agreements in the chat as well, man.
Fuck right off with inconclusive.
Well, Brisbane, they can send these.
Do you know what that's the equivalent?
Yep.
That's the equivalent when you've got a naughty kid asking for a biscuit and they just turn around and go and ask your mother. That's the equivalent of it. Inconclusive. Yep. Piss off.
Oh, they said Broncos pushed in the scrum then. Walsh back under for Staggs, and Staggs is tackled 20 metres out here. No metres made on that play.
Crazy how Walsh's leg was conclusive. Yeah, you're right.
Alrighty, so about 13 metres out. They're right at the goalpost. There's under 7 minutes to go. Hunt, back under for Hunt. And Hunt drops the ball. I know, stripped out. And they're just going to go for the 2 here again, I suspect.
Yeah,
just kill the clock.
1.5 minutes off the clock. Yeah, exactly right.
Yep. Tahi, bro, says, what's the touchy's job these days? Don't even get me started on touch judges, man. Don't even get me started.
Was that stripped? Challenge that. Inconclusive.
All right, they're going for the 2. Daniel in the chat, effing these guys up in the bunker, they're blind as a effing bat, says Daniel. Yeah. Yep. I'm sorry to be so flat right now, man. Like the game is done and dusted, and like just all the energy got sapped out of me in that first half. Just
hasn't been a memorable call. I'll say that much, Sam. It hasn't been a memorable call. We've had a couple of really enjoyable ones. I've sent you the invoice for half of my booty from that night, but inconclusive as to whether you've sent it back.
Yes,
oh God, the inconclusive sucks. Like, what was inconclusive about Pat Carrigan's hand? And that didn't get anywhere near Wishart's arm. That's a cop-out.
Don't know. Well, Brisbane Broncos. It's an extraordinary comeback from Brisbane in terms of the overall season, Terry, because round 15 against the Bulldogs, they were down 20 points to 4 or something to that effect. And now the Brisbane Broncos sit inside the top 4, man. It's been a resurrection for them to get into the top 4, man.
18 points to 4 down with 9 minutes to go. And Brisbane, and that was really the springboard to their season now. That's pivotal. You look back at that and go, yep, that's the one. That's the one that changed it.
Absolutely. Reece Walsh could do this with a blindfold on, and he does. 24-14 with 5 minutes to go. William Hunt in the chat, do the bunkers get paid in full or for calling inclusive multiple times in a single game? You'd think so. Daniel, hopefully we play the Dolphins in an unlikely chance. Would be a decent game. We haven't played well enough for the 4 anyways. I think you were talking about the ones or the Sharks. Shark there, Daniel. And look at that. Well, let's start getting excited for that game next weekend, Terry. I can only call one finals game next week, and that is the Friday night football game. As Ryan Pappenhausen has an absolute prick of a kickoff. Dude, Canberra versus Brisbane in Canberra next week, first versus fourth. It's going to be Melbourne versus Bulldogs. What happens here, Pappy? That is...
His leg gave out. His leg gave out just as he went to kick it. Oh, that's shocking and funny. You know what? I hope Brisbane score a try here and just really, really ramp home their advantage.
All right, Mariner has the hit up. So less than 4 minutes to go. Smoothie, dummy half goes right to Walters, back under for Haas. I'll tell you what, I'd be taking Haas off if I could just quietly, Michael Maguire. Holy crap. Smoothie, dummy half goes right. Hunt, flat for Carrigan. And Munster attempting the strip, but not forthcoming. Carrigan plays at about 19 out. This is Corey Jensen. This is a 6 again for the Brisbane Broncos. Just go away, Melbourne. Tyson Smoothie at dummy half. Left. Hunt. Back under for Hunt. Oh, what a smack! Oh, the arrow. Holy moly. Smoothie at dummy half goes right to Hunt. Out right to Walsh. Walsh runs.
No, that's an
obstruction.
That's an obstruction. Walsh is running away with the ball now.
Are we challenging it?
They're challenging it. Did Walsh put the ball down, though? Yeah, that's textbook. That's clear as day. What'd you challenge that for?
Well, now Melbourne.
Inconclusive.
They got one
inconclusive.
They got one chance here. Penalties 10 apiece.
Fuck me.
Not including 6 agains.
And I'll say this. Every single penalty has been a penalty tonight. Grant Atkins hasn't had a bad game. These two teams have been awful. The 6 agains I could have done without, but anyway, Will Warbrick in the first tackle comes open here. Wishart on to Munster. Munster flat. Oh! Shoulder. It's called shoulder there. All right, Joe Chan. Running without a head. Munster skips open. Skips down the short side. Goes to Bronson Garlick. Garlick plays it to Nelson. He slides down, gets the ball, Wishart. And Wishart just turns Nick Meaney inside here, and Meaney will happily take this tackle here. And Melbourne, what have they got? They've got 2 minutes to score a try, not take the kick, and then go up. And here goes Munster. And Joe Chan is taken here. They've taken Lasardi off the edge. Now Munster, Garlick, Wishart to Meaney. And Meaney's just going to hop, skip, and jump back inside to Wishart. And Wishart's just dancing around in circles. Nothing he's doing here for Melbourne. This has been a very, very ordinary night from them. Munster's got the happy feet going now. Nice step inside. Pappenhausen to Eli Katoa. Katoa gets the flick pass in. They've gone absolute Warbrick. They've gone nowhere here on that set. They've just wasted a dead set minute. And now Munster. Oh, Pappenhausen. Pappenhausen. He's going to be caught. Warbrick, no, he was out when he batted the ball back in. And there we are, Reece Walsh. Hands up, Walshy. You have been absolutely incredible tonight, mate. You've deserved every litre of toilet water that you drank this week. Melbourne are going to challenge this, mate. He was standing out. He was standing out when he batted the ball back in. Oh, they're calling a high shot. That's not a high shot. That's a high shot. That's definitely a high shot from Karapani. And that's unlucky. That's an unlucky tackle here, but it was a high shot. Okay, missed that one. So Melbourne have had 2 successful challenges and two inconclusive challenges tonight. You got a minute left. What are you doing? God, this has been a 2-minute disaster class from Melbourne on not what to do. Oh, we got a HIA here. Who's this? Yeah, Pappenhausen. He just got smoked in the face. So this game's just like
Terry.
The air's just been sucked out of it, hasn't it, Sam?
Terry.
Yep.
Oh my. All right. It's last Thursday night footy game. Come on, let's get a try here, Storm.
The last Thursday night footy game, and it's just been ordinary from start to finish. It's big Nelson. Don't let him score, prick. Garlic. Here to Munster. Josh King. That was Munster. Short side here to Green Anderson. They've dealt with Anderson pretty well tonight.
Sure, they bloody sure have. I'll give a Melbourne Storm player a rap here. Lasati. I think Lasati has been tremendous for them tonight.
Yeah, and he's probably the only one that hasn't been an asshole on the field. So well done, Lasati.
Oh, Walters!
Intercept!
Oh, Karapani! Brisbane!
Warbrick's close to him. He can't get him. He can't get him. Karapani dives early and slides in, and that is justice for Brisbane. They deserve that. And heads up play from Billy Walters, knowing that he weren't going to get anywhere, and gives it to his speed man.
Now Caxton Street comes alive. Now Caxton Street is about to explode and has done so. And the Brisbane Broncos lock up 4th position for 2025 and set up a match. They do. Yeah. Brisbane have locked it up.
Cronulla can beat the Dogs by 76 points and jump them. I'm living in hope, Sam.
For all intents and purposes,
Brisbane are 4th.
we got Canberra versus Brisbane next week. Holy smokes!
And it wouldn't surprise me if Brisbane won. I'll say that much. Who's the new favourite for the comp? Look, I'll say this. The comp is wide open at the moment.
Oh, yes.
The comp is wide open at the moment, and I want Canberra to win it, but I can honestly see Canberra losing to Brisbane. But if Cronulla are not winning it, I want Canberra to win the comp. So let's go Canberra.
I guess with Reece Walsh in this sort of form over the past month.
It's terrifying.
Absolutely.
And that's what I said. Like, Brisbane have got classy outside backs, right? Someone from Karapani, Dean Mariner, Gurmat Shibasaki, Katoni Staggs, and Jesse Arthurs is going to miss out. That's 5 into 4 positions who all deserve to be playing. I think it's going to be Karapani, and he doesn't deserve it because he's been brilliant.
Karapani's been, he has.
But I think Dean Mariner, every time he plays on the wing, has been fantastic. Shibasaki's played Origin. He's not going to go out for another piss up. Just go and drink some toilet water.
Yes.
We've already established this. Toilet water gives you superpowers. Look at this bloke on the screen going for his 22nd point tonight. Come on, Walshy.
Yeah, Daniel asks again. I think that's what you just said too, Terry. Who's the new favourites now for the comp? It's still Canberra.
If he hits this, if this goes over, Melbourne would have conceded 70 points in 2 weeks, and that has never happened. Here he goes, Walshy. He's nailed it! 70 points in 2 weeks for the Melbourne Storm. Go back into the history books and find out when the last time that happened. Because you can go back probably about 4 weeks ago and find out the last time they scored 70 points in 2 weeks.
Yes. Sorry for the drive. Sorry for the drive-by there, West Tigers, Melbourne Storm, buddy. Yes. But that's it. Brisbane Broncos. What a roller coaster of a year that they have had, man. Started brilliantly against Roosters, and then it was up and down, and there was a lot of down in the middle part of the season. But then it was, as you said, that game against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs where they came back at the death to win it. That changed their seasons and their belief. That Sydney boat trip Michael Maguire took them on that apparently none of them wanted to go on really revitalized their season. And now they face the Canberra Raiders next week, 1st versus 4th. It's a dream grand final match from back in the 90s, but we've got it for a qualifying final next weekend. That is absolutely awesome stuff. I cannot wait to watch that game. That's going to be brilliant. And if I can, I'd love to call it with you, Terry.
Well, it depends when that game's going to be played.
Depends.
It depends. I actually don't think I can. I'm up in Newcastle next weekend at my sister's house. So here's the thing: if it's 6 versus 7, Penrith versus Cronulla, half of the household at my sister's house will be Sharks, and the other half will be Panthers. So it's almost fait accompli. I hope we lose now, and I hope the Warriors win, so we get the 6 versus 7, Sharks versus Panthers. Look, Sam, this hasn't been a memorable game, but any game called with you has been fantastic. It's time for me to pull the pin, though, but we will do a finals game together. I promise you that. It's going to have to be week 2.
Yeah. No, I very much look forward to it. Always a pleasure with you. To the 30-odd people in the chat, thank you very much for your continuous support. And we'll see you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for Souths versus Easts. And Terry, I think you're doing a live stream on Saturday night.
We are. If everyone can, please jump onto the Rugby League Outlaws channel on Saturday night to watch the Sharks versus the Bulldogs. Look, this loss here, this win for the Brisbane Broncos probably takes out the sting and the fun that Dan and I were going to have. But look, it's going to be fun hanging out with him. It's going to be we did a watch along earlier on in the year against the Dragons, and that was a bit of fun for us. So yeah, if you can, Saturday night 7:30, check out Rugby League Outlaws for the Sharks and the Bulldogs. Tahi Bro says, will do. Thank you very much, my friend. And we're just getting the replay now of Billy Walder's heads-up play to Karapani. And over and out, Sam. Thank you so much.
Brisbane Broncos win 30 points to 14. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, everybody. See you guys in the next one. Thank you. Take care. Adios.